All right, so tonight we are going to do a deep condition, and the products that I'll be using will be Shea Moisture's Intensive Hydration. This has Manuka honey and Mafura oil. It's a mask, so, and I like their mask, so we're going to use the mask, and then I'm also going to use my hair oil. Yeah, and so this is what we'll use for our deep condition. So I decided to do a deep conditioner because I've not really did one in a long time. And your hair definitely needs to be deep conditioned ever so often. So, all right, so what I'm gonna do is just kind of dampen my hair since it is dry, and that will help the mask to penetrate my hair follicles. So this is, it smells so good. If you've never used their mask, this is one Shea Moisture product that I still use pretty religiously. I do like Shea Moisture. Well, I did in the past. I've not used it in a while, so I'm not sure if the quality is still the same. But the mask, that does still smell the same, so. Okay. And that was just water and oil. Make sure my ends are moistened. All right, so this is what our hair is looking like before. It's not looking bad. But this is our before. All right, so I'm going to start out by putting some oil on my scalp. And just kind of gently massage it in as we go. Okay, and now I apply my mask. Like you would apply a relaxer. And I'll allow my hair to sit like this until tomorrow. And then I wash it out. And this has just always helped my hair retain moisture, help it to look healthier. And then when I start styling it, this will make a huge difference in how my styles hold up. And like I said, I basically use the same type routine that I've been using the entire time I've been natural. So anything that you see me do to my hair, I've been doing it pretty much the entire time I've been natural. I just, you know, do different things at different times. And I've not experienced any breakage. It has shedded before, but then when I started using the rice water, the shedding kind of stopped. Well, it didn't kind of stop, it did stop. And I've been just retaining my length. But I also don't straighten my hair a lot either. I know some people straighten their hair a lot, but I don't. When I did, I noticed that my hair was not looking as healthy, and so I stopped doing that. All right, now we're going to use some more oil. And just kind of put it on the surface of the hair.
People ask me all the time, what makes you love somebody like that? I just smile. Because some things were never meant to be explained.
Okay, then I'm going to show you what else I'm going to do since we're doing like a treatment. And this is just something extra that I'm doing. It's not anything that you need to do unless you want to do it. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I buy this pomade, and it's supposed to help with grays. It's supposed to be like some little remedy they used back in the day that kind of slowed the graying process. And so I'm just going to put that on my edges, which is usually where I put it. And has it been working? I don't want to say it has not, because the graying hasn't sped up. But it still gets gray, so I don't know. But if nothing else, it helps keep them edges from breaking off. And then the other thing that I use when I do a treatment is my botana oil. And I put this, that's how that looks. I put this right in the top of my hair. In my head. I mentioned this before, that right in the top of my head is like, it used to get irritated and it would tend to break off or be really dry. And I mentioned before that I've not noticed that anymore. It's not an issue anymore, but I still do this periodically. So it has helped me for sure. And then I also use it on my edges. Because I do get my hair braided, and I don't like to play with them edges. I don't want my edges breaking off, because they have before. They've gotten, ooh. We'll be wasting this stuff, child. We find this. I don't let it, so I try to stay on top of my edges now, because they did get thin one time from braids. And it comes from, for me, what I noticed was, it was because, pulling your hair out with them braids, sometimes they'll snatch your hair out. That's what I noticed was the reason for that with me. And so I try to treat my edges, because I don't wear wigs or anything, but braids for sure. And so I try to keep something on them edges, honey, when I do treatments and stuff, to keep that from happening. Because, yeah, because I had like a little bald spot one time right up in here, and it had gotten real thin over here. You can tell it's still not completely grown in, but yeah, so I had to jump on that real quick before that got out of hand. But anywho, so this is our treatment, and what we'll do is cover my hair up with a plastic cap and let it get nice and steamy in there. And I just leave it on until I really can't tolerate it anymore, or until I get ready to go to bed. Now, I have slept in it before. You know, I just covered up with a scarf and sleep in it. But yeah, that stuff, that's not a good idea with hot flashes. So, so I try not to do that now. Now I just wear the cap until I get ready to go to sleep, and then I'm lying. I'll pop a hole up here before I go to sleep. That's what I started doing. And I noticed that I'm able to sleep then because it will at least give me ventilation, because you know heat escapes through the top of your head. So with hot flashes, it's not a good idea to have your head completely covered, because that's gonna keep the heat inside. So yeah, I started popping like a little hole right here in the top, and that helps. And so then I can sleep in it. So I forgot that is what I started doing. So I probably will sleep in it. I'll just put my scarf around my head and then poke a hole up here so that I do get some ventilation, and so that the heat's able to escape. But anywho, that's it. That's all. This is our hot oil treatment, as some people would call it, because it is like a hot oil treatment, but it's like a deep conditioning for me. So a hot oil treatment, deep conditioning, that's what we're doing. And so, like I said, we'll wash this out tomorrow, and then I'll just kind of show you what my hair looks like. It's not going to necessarily be a styling video, but this is just showing you how I do my my deep conditioning. All right.
I can't tell where your hair ends and mine begins. If I had a boy's tattoos, I would think that it's your skin. If I move too quick, that's true, I would think it's my affection. Things close, she's close enough. You could tell every time we touch, every time we wish you could feel me, you'd apartment. One bedroom, right where your heart is. Each space feels broken hearted. Cross the bed feels way too far in. I'm when you see just one, and they see us too. It's when I'm melting to you. I'm melting to you. It's when I'm melting to you. Melting to you. Melting to you. Hoping that that secret spill out your mouth and inhale, exhale, breathing. With every breath I'm sinking in. No way to describe it, I'm a riot. I wake up and I'm somehow beside you. Instead of beside you, this shit is surprise you. You don't even notice, no need to remind you. Wish you could build me a cute apartment. One bedroom, right where your heart is. Each place feels broken hearted. Cross the bed feels way too far in. I wonder when you see just one, do they see us through?
So now I am fresh out of the shower, just shampooed my hair, and we are going to just put some conditioner on here and let it air dry tomorrow, and then tomorrow night I'll twist it because I want to do a dry twist. So this is my hair, how it looks after my deep conditioner. Well, after my deep conditioning, if you can see, got a little straggly piece of hair there that from when I detangled in the shower. But here's my hair, and you can see it looks nice and shiny. It smells amazing too. That Designer Essential smells so good. But yeah, this is how it looks. It's very soft and it looks very hydrated and very moisturized. So I am extremely happy with how it turned out. Yeah. All right, so now, like I said, all I'm gonna do is put some conditioner on, and I will still put some oil, a little more oil on it just to seal it, seal my conditioner. And then we're just gonna braid it. Let me see, I want to kind of straighten that part a little bit. Just in case I need to run out tomorrow. It won't look crazy. So let's see here. All right, so we're just going to put our conditioner, and then you guys know I use a generous amount of conditioner. And this is going to be my leave-in. And I try to show you guys the products that I use. And because like I said, I've been using the same products pretty much for the past, about 14 years that I've been natural. And I haven't really changed up too much. There are a few things that I no longer use, but for the most part, everything that I started with is pretty much what I've continued with over the years. I do try different products on occasion, but I try to keep my product supply pretty reasonably priced. So mostly everything that you see me use, you can find at Sally's, or probably even Walmart for some of the stuff. Like that conditioner, I'm pretty sure you can find it at Walmart still. I don't try to use, I've never had to use, I say, real expensive products. I've never found that to be something that I've ever had to do. And so because of that, I'm not going to market expensive products to you guys. If I try something expensive, like I saw this shampoo that another girl on YouTube advertised, it's a shampoo, but it's like a detox shampoo. It's like in a container probably about this small, so it may be about 8 ounces, 6 to 8 ounces. And it's like $38, I think. I'm thinking about trying it. I have it in my Amazon cart, just, kind of hanging out in my purchase later to see. I'm not sure if I'm going to try it, but I may, because she said that it works really good. As far as, I don't have dandruff, and I very seldom have itchy scalp, but it's supposed to be for that. So, but it's supposed to be like a very cleansing, because it has charcoal as well. It's supposed to be a very cleansing shampoo. So I'm thinking about trying it, but I don't know. Sometimes I put stuff in my cart and I change my mind. So, like I tell you guys, my products are fine the way they are. The only reason I consider trying different products is just because, you know, sometimes you get tired of using the same stuff. So that's the only reason why I'm somewhat considering trying it. But if I show it to you guys, you know, I'll let you know what I think about it honestly. But it'll be something, you know, that I'm buying on my own and trying. I did a video a long time ago on my channel. You probably can find it. But it was my product empties or whatever. And it was showing what products I typically use. That video didn't do too good. But let me know, you know, that's something you might be interested in. I can kind of show you all the products that I have and what I use the most and that type of thing. But yeah, just about everything that I show you guys is something that is affordable and something that is a pretty good bang for your buck. I try not to buy stuff that, you know, is not worth it in my eyes. Because I don't feel like you have to break the bank in order to take care of your hair. I just don't think that not taking care of it yourself, you know. So I'm just gonna braid my hair, and then when I get to the very tip, I twist it just so that it's easy to unravel and doesn't have to get all tangled up. So I get to about right there, and then I'm just 2-strand twisting. And this is how I stretch my hair, let it dry to stretch. This is what I usually do. And that's that. And so I will let it air dry until I'm ready to actually go to sleep. And then I'll leave it uncovered until I'm actually ready to go to sleep. And then I'll put a bonnet on it for bed. But this is the way I wear my hair to stretch and dry. And then once it's dry, like I said, tomorrow I will twist it because I want dry twist. I don't want wet twist. So, all right, that is it. That is this nighttime routine. And so I hope you guys enjoyed. This was my hot oil deep conditioning treatment video. And as you can tell, my hair is nice and moisturized. And yeah, I am happy with it. All right, see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like. And I'll see you guys on the next video. All right.